Hey friend, Lucinda Williams is in G, but it's played as though it's an E, with a boom cha kind of sound. And so the little hammer on comes in between after the root note like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Whoops, I missed it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So the motion is. You have to kind of skip one of the basses. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's nothing else to it. It's just no, but I can't let go. So that's that. And then the Crud Up song, we came up with a few tricks for the intro. One is to start with this tritone, which kind of really slowly bend it up. And there's that move he likes. But then we discovered that at one point he goes, and I discovered when he does the A, it's the top 3 string. So you want 2, 2, open, like the top 3 of the A chord, like. Those are the main moves that we looked at directly from the recording. I think those are cool moves to pick up from his way of playing the song. And then we talked a little bit about dominant 7th arpeggio sort of improvising. And you mentioned that when you're in this E shape, you felt a little stuck. So I pointed out a couple things. One is that you could chromaticize anything for a twang sound from a half step below. Then we talked about how this is the 5, so you can go flat 5 to 5, then chromatic to 1, then flat 3 to 3. So. Reverse. We talked about getting the natural 4th on top. Again. And all the blues stuff that you like in this position, whatever it is, it would almost always tolerate over a dominant 7th chord. Okay? Then we just talked about how this kind of puts you into a weak position, but this puts you into a strong position, which is the same chord without a 7th. But you can add the 7th on your pinky. Which gives you a new diminished sounding chord. It's a dominant 7th that goes 7, 1, 3, but with a cool sound. You can chromaticize. And then you can do the same trick from before, it's just harder. Fuck you. It's really weird, actually. It's cool. And then, what else did we discover in this position that we liked? Well, we rolled the 3rd, of course. And then you could put your first finger on the E and get into this little minor position that I taught you way back in the day, and you can get some of those licks going. And then get back to the other position. And just think about these 2 chords as complementary dominant 7ths. And the final idea was that in a twang situation, kind of coming from below sounds cool and twangy, but if you take a major and you come from chromatically above, that's the altered sound. So the altered sound on a D shape, and then with the dominant 7th hovering in the background. remember that we, at one point, we substituted the flat ninth for the root. That makes it sound like a flat 9 or an altered arpeggio versus this root. Flat 9, 8, and then the altered sound. That's it, friend. Have fun.